Mizuno are claiming that these new JPX 925 forged are setting a new standard for performance and precision. But before you buy those, I'm going to test these, give you my honest opinion, check out the numbers to see if these clubs are doing exactly what Mizuno are telling us. Okay, so this is their hollow-bodied players distance club. So it's somebody that wants speed, wants forgiveness, but they also want that feel. And that's what Mizuno are known for. They have the forged face to give you that feel, but it's got the tech inside to give you that forgiveness, to give you that distance. So starting with the looks, okay, so for me, straight away, it looks like a premium golf club. And we sort of expect that, don't we, with Mizuno? Certainly in this range, it looks very clean. I really like the look of it in that playing position. We know that this category is a very popular category, isn't it? Now, we're seeing a lot of golfers fit into this. So, you know, in that playing position, we're seeing a mid-top line. You know, it's quite inviting, but equally it's not too chunky. And it just looks very, very nice on the eye. There's nothing bad I can say other than, you know, all positive things really. Looks very good. Okay, so let's hit a few shots, give you my opinion on, you know, obviously we want the forgiveness, we want the distance and the speed, but I'll give you my opinion on the feel as well, which again, this forged grain flow that Mizuno talk about, it's about optimizing that feel as well. So let's hit a few shots. Before we get into that, sign up to my free downloadable practice guide that is in the description below. Loads of tips, tricks, drills for you to do for your practice to help you reach your goals this year. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, as expected, you know, nice and soft. You do get a couple of brands that have brought out this hollow-bodied iron, plays distance iron, that is almost too hollow, but because of the forged face, that felt really good. It felt nice and soft. Yeah, nice. And giving us some good ball speeds there. You know, I like that. 123 I'm more than happy with that. Decent launch. Spin number was better on that one compared to the first one. 180 carry. Again, 30 degrees. So like we're seeing with some of its competitors, TaylorMade P790, Trixon ZXi 5. We've got the Callaway Apex AI 200. These types of golf clubs are quite strong, 30 degrees. So you would expect to see, you know, an increase on a normal 7-iron. Yeah, good, nice and straight, 10 feet left. Spins okay, yeah, about 5,000. You know, that's probably about right for this type of golf club. A little bit off the bottom, but again, very, very good. So far, so good. Yeah, feels great. Again, I would imagine we're going to get a lot of golfers fit into this golf club. We know Mizuno customers are very loyal. You know, you see people playing Mizuno year on year, and because of the feel, because of the looks, and I would imagine we're going to see a lot of customers fit into this, and definitely worth trying out. And I'm loving the ease of hitting it. It feels very easy to hit. It feels very pleasing in terms of the sound and the feel. I'm getting a consistent flight, and I'm getting some very consistent numbers. That ball speed hovering around 122, that carry hovering around 179, 180. And the reason it feels so good is because of the forged face. They talk about this new core tech design they've got, which allows them to still build in the tech for the speed, but also because of the multi-material, allows us to get the feel as well. And I am feeling that, you know, it's a really nice blend. Felt a little bit left. Again, just for those interested, I'm using the Modus NS Pro 120 stiff shaft. So that's the kind of flex that best suits my swing speed and my game. Okay, so let's just hit one more. Just pulled it a touch. But yeah, my overall feeling before we look at the numbers, love the feel. And I think that's one thing that Mizuno pride themselves on. Distance looked incredibly consistent as well. So yeah, I'm feeling quite optimistic about this, but let's take a look at the dispersion initially. Yeah, so what I love about that, yes, I've hit 2 a bit left, but the 7 good ones, look how tight they are from a dispersion point of view. And that's key. And that's telling me that the tech they've built in this to create the the forgiveness is definitely there. But also, even on the really good ones, it's not jumping too far. So there's that real tight dispersion that obviously you're going to be looking for. And then just looking at some of the numbers, club speed, typical sort of mid to high 80s. Ball speed is good there, 122. I have had some of these hollow bodied clubs go more like 125, but I think the feel kind of outplays the speed in a sense. Good height, 101 is about right where you want to be. Good launch, so despite it being a 30-degree club, it's not launching too low. Spin is right where you'd expect it to be at 5,000, and distance is 178 for 187. So again, you'll have heard me sort of talk about this before, but you want the ball to stop within 10 yards roughly with the 7-iron, and it stopped there within 9 yards. You don't want it landing and running through the green. Side total on average 31 feet to the left, plus or minus 23 feet, which is pretty good dispersion for a 7-iron. So overall, guys, big claims from Mizuno, but I would definitely check out, if you're in this category for a player's distance iron, check out the Mizuno JPX 925 forged.